We're checking in with the West Ohio Food Bank, and they've got a lot of things happening there. A new food truck, and we got a new mission statement. And to tell us more, at the top, Tommy Harner. She, of course, is the Chief Executive Officer of West Ohio Food Bank. And then Heather Davis-Coley, OSU Extension, is joining us, too. So thank you both very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right, so Tommy, let's start with you because you guys have really been working on a new mission state, a vision plan, and all this work is kind of coming to fruition, right?
It is. Over the last several months, it seems like, this time last year is when we started the process. We've been working with a consultant to develop a new mission statement, vision statement, and a strategic plan that's going to lead our work for the next 3 to 5 years. And we feel strongly that we've come up with one that really kind of tells the story of what we are doing and what our goal is to do within our communities.
So what kind of changes will we see? I mean, how is that? Is it going to change your mission work? How does it affect us?
So the work is still the same. Our biggest priority, of course, is getting food into the communities of where we serve. But it's also those partnerships and providing the nutrition education along with advocating for those policies that help hunger relief programs. So the mission statement is actually nourish, educate, and advocate for those facing food insecurity. And we really feel that is the crux of the work that we are doing.
Right, yeah, so just got an extra plan, and we're going to see this all being rolled out, right? Your strategic plan and the mission statement?
We are, and we'll be reaching out to different partners and seeing who else we can get to the table to help us make sure that those people that need food are getting it wherever they're located.
And speaking of partners, that's kind of why Heather is joining us, because the West Ohio Food Bank received a donation of a food truck. And Heather, you've been trying to help the food bank decide what to do with this and, what kind of things they can do. So tell us a little bit about your involvement with this.
So we got involved several months ago with the West Ohio Food Bank through Ohio SNAP Ed. It is a nutrition ed program serving SNAP eligible adults and children. And we have similar goals. Our goal is to improve the likelihood that our participants make healthy choices and choose active lifestyles. And the other goal is to use all the components that they get in their boxes, like their senior boxes or the food distribution. Some of those things come in bulk, some of those things they get a lot of, and they don't know what to do with it. So we have a website along with our program called Celebrate Your Plates that takes some of these things and makes simple, easy recipes for people to make.
See, I think that's a good idea because Tommy, you guys work really hard to get fresh produce and vegetables, and sometimes you might get something and you're like, I don't even know how to cook this. So, Heather, it's important that the food doesn't go to waste, right? They're getting it out to the people, but don't waste it. Here's some things to do with it.
Absolutely. And now with the summer, we have a lot of gardens, community gardens, Spring Street and Jackson Street, and they grow a lot of different vegetables, and those things are open there for the community to use. And we don't want those to rot and sit there and waste as well.
So Tommy, tell us about this food truck and maybe some of the ideas that you have that you got this donation.
Yeah, so it was a donor that was located in Seneca County. She used to use this food truck as a business throughout the county and different areas to provide healthy foods. And she just has other items and priorities that are going on now, so she didn't have time to really invest into the food truck, but she wanted it to go to a good use. So she reached out to us to see if we would be willing to take this. And it's something that we've wanted to do. We started providing the meals at Christmas time a few years ago, and we really want to look at how can we continue to provide either a hot or a cold meal in the evenings or during the fall and the summer nights when maybe pantries or meal sites aren't open. And when we got this call, it was like, our prayers were kind of answered because it's something that we've wanted to do. And there are so many things that we can do with this. And just like teaming more with Heather to provide that nutrition education and not just the recipes, but teaching people, here's how you can cut and prepare these items, that they may not know what what do I do with this? Like kohlrabi, what do you do with kohlrabi, and how can you make that? So we know that this would be a unit that we can take out into our communities and reach different areas where maybe we don't have as strong of a presence as what we do in others, and just try to get that educational piece out there and help people with food assistance.
Wow, exciting things happening at West Ohio Food Bank. Tommy and Heather, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.